Hello everybody, hope you're doing well and welcome to a freshly squeezed video on a Sunday. White Tiger and Bullseye are potentially your January 2024 champions. And you might be saying, Rich, I already know this. Well, look, if you don't know, then I'm covering it. But I was away on Friday, and as a lot of you know, things seem to happen, or every time I seem to go I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go here. I'm not going to take any recording equipment. I'm, turn social media off for the day. Things happen as they do. We've got a Banquet Event update video coming out, I think, later on today. Later on today, I'll do that video. But this video is all about this. Yes, so the thumbnail for if you go to Marvel Contest of Champions YouTube page, there is an upcoming video, which is this one here, which is saying Call of the Ouroboros, a 9-year anniversary trailer, which is out tomorrow at 6 PM. So that's to kind of tie in with the 9th anniversary. But for the astute and those kind of going, there's something there. By the way, I really like the way they've done the artwork for it. I really hope that it's going to be like the trailer, not so much like it was with the Shindig one, which is of relevance. And as people might say, well, how do you know it's going to be the January 2024 champions? Well, we'll talk about that in a second. But people have noticed that Bullseye is there, and of course, White Tiger is there. So there's so much kind of history to all of this coming together. I mean, let's first of all go over why do I think that these are the January champions. Well, if you cast your mind back to this particular video here, which is the Shindig of Champions. In the Shindig of Champions, we have Toad, which is Toad is there. He's there. He's Toad. And then we've got Sauron, who is, where is he? He's in this video somewhere. I think was it there in that moment? Probably not. Anyway, he's in it somewhere. There it is. Well, part of him's there. I know he's in it in a different kind of shape or form, but he's in that particular video. And obviously that gives us RTs. But again, if you wanted to again, Rich, how do you know that it's going to be January as the release for it? Well, look, if we go back in time again, back in time. As I click multiple buttons trying to get access to something in a very timely fashion. Come on. Sometimes going to certain websites, the optimization is just not there. So I can now show this. Now, there we go. Right, we can get the screen up for this one. So if you look back to January of 2022, is it 2022? Oh, time. There we go. There it is. Sauron and Toad, January 27th and January 13th, respectively, there. So when they've kind of done that for that particular year, 2022, it's there. So that's an indication amongst many that they're going to be released there. Look, it could be a case I'm wrong, but look, Kabam have done it in the past. What's to say they won't do it in the future? But it's Kabam, and they like to kind of throw red herrings our way. And it's this champion is obviously coming at this time. No, it's not. Haha, we did fool you, for we are Kabam, and we like to mess you around. But it's interesting, isn't it, to go back in time as well further to things when it comes to the Summoner's Choice and these two champions who have gone through a very rocky time. Bullseye, when it was first kind of put into the Summoner's Choice, was I think he did relatively okay, but when it came to the what was it? It was like a underdog. It was a Twitter underdog situation. When it came to the Twitter underdog situation, which was this one here, this situation, where the champion won the people's choice, and the people gave him the people's elbow. He did rather well, and then went further. So he's kind of I don't think the first time he was in the Summoner's Choice, he did somewhat well, but he didn't do as well as, say, he did previously. And let's face it, 2023's Summoner's Choice, which the 2024 one will probably start early next year. I'm sure a lot of people were very, very disappointed with Gladiator. Do bear in mind his rebalance is still to come. I'm not saying that's going to make it brilliant. Nothing like that, can happen. But it could make Gladiator a bit better. I like Gladiator as a character, but I am coming to the point where there's just so many champions now in Marvel Contest of Champions. Trying to kind of go, okay, well, what am I doing with all these kind of 6 stars and some of the 7 stars which are now replicated 6 stars? I'm not thinking, okay, well, what champions got purpose for what? Like, I'm like, okay, well, I'll use Shuri for Necropolis. After that, I'm like, well, I don't know. There's a lot of other techs I would prefer to her. Again, personal choice. You're all entitled to your own opinion of champions you like. But it's still from and this is the thing where Gladiator was important to me, is I like the character, I like the story behind it. And, like, here's the thing, there's loads of different characters and stories within the Marvel Universe. I've just bought a comic, which is from the, it's going to bother me now because I'm not going to remember, is it Dark Side? I think it, no, is it, it's the one where Iron Man's armor, he goes into a certain place and the armor basically kind of like molds with him, and he becomes this this kind of like cybernetic kind of like zombie-like mess of a character. I saw the story of something. I was just like, it was quite interesting. Anyway, I digress. I'm talking about some crap now. Right. Yeah. So the other thing, White Tiger coming into the game. This is interesting because this character just about lost out to Gladiator. Apparently it was very, very tight. Of course, a lot of people within the community wanted White Tiger for whatever reason. I think it was kind of like, I think the world may have been better if White Tiger won. Gladiator, on the other hand, it's like Kabam want to spin this narrative that people voted for Gladiator because they thought he was going to be Hercules 2.0. And I'm like, well, I mean, for me, I didn't want that. I wanted the character because I liked the way that the character is always about, confidence and like that playing a part in his abilities. And it was just cool. It's a cool character. It's got cool abilities. The character looks good, and you have high hopes for stuff. But then it's all about what White Tiger will bring to the table when it comes to abilities. And what Kabam did last year is we kind of gave like a couple sentence kind of breakdown of the character and like a tease of the abilities, I want to say. The problem with that is like, look, Gladiators was that was deemed an alpha plus power and is regarded as one of the most powerful people in the galaxy. Skillful, combatant, enhanced Strantonian physiology, which just is a bit of a nothing thing. And kind of like White Tigers was White Tiger amulet from the hidden city of Kunlun, grants the wearer the powers of the ancient tiger god, including strength, speed, durability, agility, and heightened senses. So it's like a mystic with Spidey / Quicksilvery / something similar to Tiger-y / you could be making it up as you go along as to like how you think and feel this character would have abilities. So look, I'm excited for new characters, and especially legacy characters. I don't know, like these. Well, more so for Bullseye, because Bullseye's been, I want to say, around longer than White Tiger. I could be wrong with that. But look, exciting nonetheless to see these 2 new characters come in. As I said, I do think White Tiger and Bullseye will be your January characters. And I'm only basing that off of how they've done it in previous years. When it was the 2021 8th anniversary, I want to say, the Shindig. And then it was like the January release, the Sauron Toad scenario, skill and mystic. So look, we'll have to see. Thanks very much for watching this video. I'm going to be talking about in the next video Banquet Event and a response from Kabam. In any case, check out some other content located on screen, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.